Okay, let's talk thesis statements. The thesis statement is the most important part of the essay. Everything in the essay revolves around and is connected to that thesis statement. So the thesis statement has to be good in order for the essay to be good. The thesis statement has to be great in order for the essay to be great. And it works the other way too. A weak thesis statement means a weak essay. So let's take a moment and look at it. The first thing is, notice that I did not say thesis sentence. It's not a sentence, it's a statement that often, most of the time, requires multiple sentences. There are some people even that believe that it's a thesis paragraph, that the whole first paragraph, what a lot of people traditionally call an introduction, is actually a thesis paragraph. However you think about it, a thesis statement has to do 4 things, and here they are. Number 1, a thesis statement has to build context. Think about this as the who, the what, the when, and the where. This is the background information that your reader needs to understand the thesis statement. That's number 1, build context. Number 2, present the topic. This is an easy one to skip. It seems obvious, but a lot of times we start to give an answer or a position without actually stating the topic. If you have a question, number 2 would be restating the question in your own words. We don't want to restate it verbatim, we want to put it in our own words. If you had a prompt, you would need to translate that prompt into an essay topic, and that is number 2. The third thing that goes in a thesis statement is a position statement. That is the opinion or the position or the assertion of the writer that the essay is really going to be about. So number 3 is a position statement. Where do you, the writer, stand on the issue? It's key to do this without saying I or using other personal pronouns. Number 4, and the last thing is, we want to outline the structure or content of our essay. We want to preview for readers the organization that they're going to see. This is sort of, Mrs. O has a really great expression about a roadmap for the essay, showing the reader where we're going so that they can put those ideas together and connect to the position statement. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to build context, you're going to present the topic, you're going to have a position statement, and you're going to outline the structure or content of the essay. So let's take a look at what it looks like. Here's a thesis statement that I wrote. And this thesis statement, I sort of wrote it from a history point of view. So here's my thesis statement all the way through, and then I will show you the 4 parts. On June 6, 1944, 160,000 Allied troops, 80,000 of whom were American, stormed the beaches at Normandy, France. The Battle of D-Day, as it is known, was the most important battle of the 20th century because it was the first victory against the Nazis in Europe and the turning point of World War II. So let's see if we have all 4 parts here. So the first thing that we need to do is provide context. On June 6th, 1944, that's a when, 160,000 troops, 80,000 of whom were American, that's who, stormed the beaches of Normandy, France, that's the what and the where. So I have all 4 parts of context. And you'll notice that the context eats up about half of my thesis statement, that we have to give people enough background information to understand what's going on. So, what do we need next? Next, we need a topic. And the thing is that topic and position usually go right together. So you'll see that here. The Battle of D-Day, as it is known, was the most important battle of the 20th century. So obviously we can see the words most important. There's my topic. We obviously are talking about battles and their importance. So most important battle is the topic. But D-Day, being the most important battle of the 20th century, is my position statement. That's my opinion. There are other battles that were very, very important, but my opinion or my position statement for this essay is that D-Day was the most important one. So I've got the first 3. And the last thing I need is a roadmap for the essay. And let's see if I got that. Well, here's a because. And we know that a because statement is going to signal reasons why. Because it was the first victory against the Nazis in Europe, and it was the turning point of World War II. I gave 2 reasons in my thesis statement why D-Day was the most important battle. And if I do a good job, my essay is going to explore those 2 reasons why. So I have my structure there. There's my position. These are the 2 things that I'm going to explore. So the reader knows, moving into my first body paragraph, how I'm going to make connections and what I'm going to connect with my evidence. There are 4 things in a thesis statement, and we want to check and make sure that they are there. We don't want to use personal pronouns, and we always want to check over to make sure that we have all 4 and that our essay matches what we said in the thesis statement. There's some questions down below to help check your understanding. There's some resources to help you if you need them. Good luck.